Well, we get all kinds of interesting stories sent to us here at KMIR, but this is one of the more unusual ones, filled with what we're going to call passion bordering on anger.
Yeah, some might call it anger. A man from Palm Desert wanted to know why what he calls a questionable store is allowed to operate on El Paseo, one of the classiest shopping streets here in the valley. The store is called Try My Nuts and sells candy and gourmet nuts. Now, here's part of the email that Ronald Mara from Palm Desert sent to our You Ask, We Investigate desk. Try My Nuts is truly a sick business concept. Surely this place must violate some moral or community standard business or city code. It is not the sweet treat or gourmet food store it appears to be. Well, Mr. Mara, You Ask, We Investigate. As you know, is this business violating the obscenity codes of the city? Our Kitty Alvarado joining us now here in studio with some answers. Kitty.
Well, it's a legitimate question. The store's name and products inside might seem just silly to some, but to Mr. Mara, they're downright obscene. And he says if the city of Palm Desert allows this store, it should come with a warning.
When you walk down El Paseo Drive, there's no doubt it's fancy. It's filled with brand name boutiques like Gucci and Burberry. Then you see this store, Try My Nuts. Palm Desert resident Ronald Mara says he was surprised when he came face to face with the store.
I was really upset. Right over the banner where it says chocolate and gourmet nuts, it had all this food labeled with obscenities.
He says when he went inside, the products got worse.
It's somewhat ambiguous, but believe me, the sexual implication is meant. I mean, you know, with no warning, there should at least be a sign that says, you know, adult nature or adult something.
It's clear he's upset, so we went to see why. The shelves are filled with a variety of gourmet nuts, candy, chocolates, spices, and hot sauce. We asked the owner of Try My Nuts what he thought about Mr. Mara's opinion.
I don't hold anything against him. I understand where he's coming from.
We also asked if he's ever received this type of complaint.
Actually, not really. And that's the most interesting part about this. We've had some people who are like a little taken by the terms, but they also enjoy it as well.
And that's what we saw too when we were there. In fact, this woman passing by took a selfie with a store sign.
I thought it was funny, and actually I'm sending it to my kids because I thought they would get a laugh out of it.
We asked her to come inside to see what she thought.
At worst, a little off color, but I'm sure it's, you know, in a light sense. I'm not offended. No, I thought it was silly.
Right next door, there's a high-end shoe store called Cactus Flower. Is the owner worried at all?
It's a great business. People stop all the time to go in there. If anything, it, you know, gives us good traffic.
So we went to the city of Palm Desert. It found nothing obscene legally.
This business, like any business, is regulated by the First Amendment. Secondarily, the state does have laws on the books related to obscenities. Our compliance review showed that this doesn't rise to the level of an obscenity under state law.
The city says Mr. Mara's complaint is the only one it's ever received about this business.
This doesn't trigger any obscenity issues, doesn't trigger any level of compliance review that require that warning to be implemented.
Mara says that's ridiculous and wrong, and he told one of the store owners when she stepped outside.
Your business concept is sick. You take food labeled with profanity and then package it in a sweet shop.
Okay, so it's legal, but does Try My Nuts with its edgy product labels fit with the standards of El Paseo?
Yes, as long as you are of a retail use, you fit within the parameters of the pedestrian-oriented shopping experience, you're welcome just as any other retailer would be.
The store owner says Try My Nuts is just a small family-owned business.
If you find it offensive, I get it. It's okay. But it's not going to deter us from being here.
Mr. Mara says he may be old-fashioned, but he's right.
Sorry to see that society's deteriorated with this proliferation of profanity, and nobody's opposed to it. So I guess I've just gotten old.
The landmark ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court really says it all. Obscenity is in the eye of the beholder, and while this gentleman found it offensive, many others don't, and Palm Desert city leaders say Try My Nuts is okay with them. Janet?
All right, Kitty, very interesting. Thank you for that.
All right, coming up, another can't-miss story.
Yeah, and